I just heard on the news this morning that Amazon is making a major investment into these small nuclear facilities or programs so that they can power their data centers. And it was on CNBC, and they referred to that Google last week had made a similar commitment, and 2 weeks before, Microsoft had even made a bigger commitment to nuclear power because they recognize they're going to need that nuclear power in order to power their data centers. So in this piece they were doing, they asked this guy, okay, as an investor, how should we invest? And he mentioned a few nuclear startups that are making these smaller reactors that will go on the same property that the data centers are, and will be accepted more by not in my backyard people, and that he feels that is the way to go. That's complicated, and most of them are startups, and so most of them we cannot have access to. So I got to thinking, well, who should you invest in? Well, it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. These people, Amazon, Google, and Microsoft, have said, we've got to spend billions of dollars in order to make sure that we have the electricity to provide the AI or provide the power to run the GPUs that we just spent $1 trillion on, in the data centers that we just spent $1 trillion on. We need that power to deliver AI to Kerry. We need that. We've got to have it. So who should I invest in? Maybe Amazon, maybe Google, maybe Meta, maybe Microsoft. Come on, it's all happening again. This is the same group that brought us through the data revolution are going to bring us through the AI revolution. And why am I so confident of that? My God, they got all the money in the world. They're going out and buying nuclear now to make sure that they can turn the money that they spent last year on GPUs and data centers into profits. So all I've got to do is do the same thing I did in 2004. And that is invest in the titans that are going to, that brought data revolution to us. Invest in the same damn titans that are going to bring AI revolution to us. It's that simple. It's that simple. I was explaining this to my attorney yesterday, and she says, my God, you must be a visionary. I said, no, Melinda. It's just that I connect the dots. I don't have anything else to do. I don't work for a living. I'm not paying tuition. I don't have a car payment. I don't have a house payment. All I can do is connect the dots. Now, she said, well, you were a financial advisor for many years. Well, did you do that? I said, no, I didn't have the data available. I didn't have the information available. I couldn't take what I heard on TV, research it on the internet, confirm it on the internet, draw the lines back to Amazon, Google, and Microsoft and say, just follow the money. They are so big, they are building a moat around themselves. Who is going to challenge them? Who else is going out and investing in nuclear? Who else is doing it? Who else is buying the chips? It's not that difficult, folks. This is how I think. I don't know how you think, but I think pretty good. So I'm inviting you. Join our tribe. Get on the wave. Get on the wave. We are riding this wave, this AI wave, into wealth. I reached out to Gary Vaynerchuk. I need to spread the word. And I need to spread the word to more people. There are 66 million of you out there that manage your own portfolio around the world. And I need to whisper in each 66 million's ear and say, look at this. It's not that difficult. There's only 1% of the world's population that is considered wealthy. Why is that? Why is that? Because they aren't following the money. They aren't looking at the obvious and saying, hey, if I had invested in these 4 companies back in 2004, I'd have $4 million today. Can I duplicate that in 2024? Yes, it's there. They just talked about it on CNBC this morning. Weren't you listening? I didn't mean to be that aggressive with you. I just want to help you become a one percenter. You remember, only 1% of the people in the United States are considered wealthy. That's because only 1% of the people in the United States are financially literate. And Wall Street wants to keep it that way because you're a source of easy money for them. And until you become financially literate, until you know what a PE ratio is and a PEG ratio is, and you understand what the enterprise value of a company is and what its ability to take your investment and turn it into profits is, and what is their gross profit and what is their operating profit, until you understand those things, I'm sorry, but you're one of the illiterate. If you don't know, if you don't know what a stop loss order is, you're illiterate. If you don't see what I just explained to you and say, yeah, that makes total sense. And if there's anybody in this world I love, I need them to see this. I need to make them financially literate. That's my objective in life. And I reached out to Gary Vaynerchuk this morning. He has Gary Vaynerchuk agency. He has an advertising agency. And I said to Gary, I said, look, we have an issue here in this world of financial illiteracy. And you have the ability to speak to people, and I have the ability to speak to people, and I understand, I can connect the dots. So why don't we join together, Gary, and do something bigger than each one of us? And that is change that number. Change that number from 1%. 1% of the United States population is wealthy. Let's try to push it to 5, okay? And we can do that, Gary, if we just join together and put the information that wasn't available to us 10 years ago because the data wasn't there. But I can get into every corporation's books today and I can find out. I can calculate their PEG ratio. I can look at their PE ratio from the last 5 years and then compare it to the today and say, are they a depressed stock? Or are they in the midst of a growth opportunity? Are they hiring people? Are they spending money on research and development like Amazon, Microsoft, and Google just announced? Billions of dollars on solar energy. Why? It's obvious. They want to maintain their status as the tech giants of this world. And there's only one way they're going to get it done. And that is to deliver AI, artificial intelligence, to you. If they can do that, if they can get you to pay them $19.99 a month for the rest of your life to make your life better, they will remain the tech giants they are. But if they don't invest in those GPUs, if they don't invest in nuclear, they're done. Somebody else will. But they got such a damn big moat built around them with talent, with money, with knowledge, with access. You're a damn fool if you don't invest in them. Okay, and I don't mean to be angry with you, and I don't mean, but it's so obvious to me. And I think if you buy into this, get on the wave, join our tribe. It's a church. It's a church that believes that we have the right to be a one percenter. We have a right to be wealthy. And it's in our power to make it happen. We just got to pay attention. We got to connect the dots. We got to see what the one percenters are doing and then follow the money. I've got a very busy day today. I've got I got a 2-hour class this morning from the Goldman Sachs people, and then I got a 1-hour meeting with my coach this afternoon, and I got to get Gary on the phone because it's up to you and I, Gary, to make this happen. We're going to push it from 1% to 5%. Give me a call, Gary. We'll work on this together.